Affairs Organization of African Games 2023. O24 Bucks Chiadek, Mighty Linus bauxite deal also resist arm twisting in Eurobond negotiations, IMF MD cautious Ghana. The Anchor newspaper says Liberian delegation arrives to understudy Ghana's mining industry after earlier visit by Burkina Faso, Zambia, South Africa, and others. I hope they don't learn Galamsey as well. Over 79,000 girls aged 12 to 17 years married, living with men, and culture, adventure, and community, the unforgettable experience that was out there. Also established exploration to fund, unlock mineral wealth. Gold Export Director advocates. The business analyst this morning says conduct forensic audit into 2023 Africa Games budget. NDC Sami JMP is captured on the front page. IMF urges government to restore confidence in both domestic and international markets. No record of £15 million seized from Ghana, according to the UK authorities. KGL Foundation, others support communities in Qatar, and the era of omni-channel retailing and the faith of consecutive brands. Finally, for me, the Daybreak newspaper. Turf war in Ashanti. NPP as constituency chairman fight ghost committee. Bernard Enchiboesiako, popularly known as Chairman Wuntumi, is the regional chairman there. And also GMPC CEO spearheads oil gas growth. Opoku Irene Dankwa is the CEO there. Also, Mahama hints of $50 million growth fund set to bridge the financial gender gap, and government to license satellite firms as backup, according to Esla Owusu Ekofo, our Minister for Communication.
All right, let's take you to the Daily Guide this morning. UK denies seizing £15 million from Ghanaian. That's on the front page. I'm sure you've seen those stories swirling.
I have.
And there's a further and hopefully better particulars here. Nana charges African leaders to end coups, and he's pictured here on the front page. Court shift system starts March 25, and we'll be getting some more insight.
Yeah, we'll get some more insights. What that means. Yeah.
Internet disruptions affecting economic activities, and Akufo-Addo gives Ashanti judges some 24 buildings, captured here on the front page. On the Ghanaian Times front page, AI is the way to go in Africa. Embrace emerging technology to boost continent's economies. IMF boss to African leaders, and she's pictured here. Redouble efforts to end Sudan war. President appeals to AU. Iyoko grabs 4 over alleged 113,000 cedi mobile money SIM swap fraud. You've also got former President John Mahama pictured here. He says NDC government will bridge the financial inclusion gap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, somebody sent something exciting yesterday. It makes you think, and it's talking about the revenue loss that the telcos could face. They use the MTN example. Now, these figures are based on the 2023 annual report. 90% internet outage. Now, total annual data or internet revenue amounted to 5.8 billion Ghana cedis. Daily revenue, 15.8 million Ghana cedis. Hourly revenue, 662,146 pesos. 100 Ghana cedis, 46 pesos. And revenue every second, 183,907 Ghana cedis. Revenue loss due to 90% outdate. Daily loss, according to this data, is 14.3 million cedis, and the total estimated loss for 5 days, that's 71 million cedis. Small money. I can pay them. They should send their momo number. Deal with the issues fast. This is the small money. We don't need to engage. Why are you laughing at me?
This one is the small money, no?
Yeah, it's small money. Right?
Oh my goodness. So are we going to see it leveling out now that things seem a bit stable?
You know, yesterday there was a meeting, and the NCA is asking the MNOs or the telcos to prioritize certain services. So ECG, remember yesterday I used a release from the ECG's quarters that suggested that, well, they are working with their, and I asked, how exactly are you working with your vendors? The vendors don't provide the internet. The internet is provided by the service providers. So you go to them and you fix it. Thankfully, the NCA took it on, and so they are going to prioritize ECG as one of them, but I think Bank of Ghana as well.
That's right.
I didn't see Ministry of Health in that meeting, but internet certainly has something to do with health delivery.
100%.
You know, so I would have wished that the health people were also brought to the table to see how at least our major hospitals, Kolebu, Kofanoche, Fia Kwanta, Tamale Teaching Hospital, Cape Coast, Ho Teaching, all those places will be taken care of. I really do hope, but they are going to prioritize. What that means is that you and I, who may not fall within that category,
you fend for yourself, isn't it? Find your ways and means.
You find your ways and means. Well, page 3 of the Daybreak newspaper says former President John Dramani Mahama says the next National Democratic Congress NDC will bridge the gender gap in financial inclusion in the country. He said it is worrying that the gender gap between females and males continue to widen, notwithstanding Ghana's level of financial inclusion. According to the Global Financial Index report in 2014, the financial inclusion gap was 3% more male access than female. This inequality gap increased by 8% in 2017 and 11% in 2021. But John Dramani Mahama, speaking with some fintech industry leaders, he said he explained that evidence abounds that the sector continues to offer a diverse portfolio of digital products at competitive prices for the banked, unbanked, and undeserved. So he says that a more collaborative regulatory regime, blah 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 blah. I mean, so this is yet another promise.
Yeah.
And for me, I get really emotional when, you know, we get to talk about women and it looks as if we're just talking about it, you know, statistics and, you know, finish. Because up until now, we don't have the affirmative action bill.
No.
Now, you look at the two political parties. Well, the NDC has taken the lead, giving, you know, another leap of faith to Professor Nana Jeno Pokwajiman to be the first ever female, you know, flag bearer, running mate in any of the major parties. The PPP took the lead when they brought in Bridget Jugbanuku. For me, that was a good thing that they did. But then beyond that, so it looks like it's just piecemeal. You know, let's find something small to give to the women so they can keep quiet.
Yeah, because especially in terms of positions of leadership, I think a lot more women say they want to get